Magandang gabi, Pilipinas! I am your anchor, Shimbu with the one for an eye, at syempre ang aking partner.
Ako ang inyong analyst, si Manjin.
At kami ang Manjin Bu Tandem. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the last match sa ikalawang araw sa unang linggo ng MPL-PH Season 6 regular season. Execration versus Aura PH, the main event. Crown versus Uncrowned. Of course, maraming salamat syempre sa ating mga sponsors that made this event possible. Kasama natin yan, ang ating official tournamental co-partner that is Smart. Forge stronger bonds with your team as you conquer the battlefield with Smart Giga Games. Enjoy 1 GB games all day for Mobile Legends, Facebook Gaming, and more. Dial *123# and choose Giga Games 99. Our official sponsor, Realme. Shoutouts kay Boss Anthony. Of course, is celebrating their first Realme Fan Fest and their #Dare to be Realme campaign. Visit their official page at facebook.com/realme to know more. Big shoutouts as well kay Gillette. Mga kaibigan, official sponsor. Get up to 50 diamonds with every purchase of Gillette's Mac 3 Razor, Vector 3 Razor, or Blue 3 Simple Forest Pack in select pure gold door nationwide. #Shayday with Gillette.
Partner in esports, PayMaya. Get 7% balikbayad when you purchase your gaming pins via PayMaya, the better way to pay. Promo runs until August 31. Partner in esports, TikTok. Search MLBB on TikTok to win premium skins. Again, i-search ang MLBB sa TikTok para manalo kayo ng mga premium skins. Official gaming headset partner, Logitech G, here like a pro, and powered by Unton. Shinbu, this is it. The crowned versus the uncrowned. The main event of the night.
Agawa ng corona eh. No?
Agawa ng corona.
Mainit talaga, tol. Mainit talaga.
Init.
Alam mo, chinek ko tong dalawang teams na to, Aura at Execration. Puro emotes yung nakikita ko, tol.
Emotes. Alam mo, pag
madami kong emotes na nakikita sa kanila ngayon eh.
pag emotes ang mga posts sa FB, wala nang sabi-sabi, wala nang words eh. Rekta images. Rekta images. And alam mo, ang init ngayon ng social media and I like the banters. I like it. Ito yung nagpapa-interesting sa esports creation, bro. Ito na yun.
Ito tayo, Pilipinas. Pilipinas, bro.
Pilipinas. This is it.
Tayo nandito. Huwag na natin matagal ito, mga kaibigan. To introduce our team, let's check out first ang Execration.
Sa mga classmate ko, parang nainganyo ako. Pero wala pang phone, kaya nakikiaram lang.
Sa tropa ko lang. Nakita ko lang. Inayan niya akong maglaro. So, before kasi marami na rin talagang kumukuhang iba't ibang teams dahil nga sikat yung Ops Gaming dati sila. So, maraming offers. Pero hindi yung talkingan namin, hindi as a management tsaka player. Parang tropa lang nag-end up kami sa Execration kasi sobrang tagal na rin nila sa esports scene. Mga 1 dekada na rin. Kaya ako nag-pro kasi gusto kong makaranas mag-champion. Gusto rin may pag-competition sa ibang banda.
Yun nga, mga kaibigan, ang Execration Squad. The Uncrowned Kings, you know, the crowd favorite.
Yes.
Kailan natin makikita ang Execration ulit sa isang finals. Eto Max, Ben Cutie, Chuck Nu, Sagit Nu, Hate, and Zach Nu.
Man, every season, same story for Execration. The unsung champions na gustong mangyari ng maraming Pilipino. Interesting story para dito sa Exe. Ang kanilang adjustment ay isang tao lang. Binalik nila ang dati nilang teammate na si May na nagpalit na rin ng pangalan. Sabi niya nakakalakas siguro yung Nu. At nag-pour na rin siya. So it's now Sagit Nu. And man, nakausap ko si Zapno dito noong isang araw. Sabi niya na ang Execration mas malupit ngayon. Bakit? Kasi meron na silang mata outside of the game. At mukhang siya ang magiging mata nila kasi he's now playing as their 6-man pwedeng playing coach and the magiging main 5. Ayun nga, si Etomax, Benny Cutie, Chakno, Sagitno, and Hate. Kaabang-abang yung adjustment na ginawa dito ng EXE. Ano ba tingin mo doon, Chin?
Well, alam natin, napaka-relatable ng execration as they try to find themselves in bilang pro player. An instance na nangyayari din sa ibang mga players. But of course, let's check out ang kanilang mga kalaban. Walang iba kundi ang ating reigning back-to-back champion, ang Aura PH.
Na-discover ko po yung Mobile Legends nung nag-OJT ako. Nakita ko po si Mobile Legends na pwede siyang libangan pag break time namin.
Nung pumasok ako sa kanila, nung kinuha ako ni JP, nakamdaman ko sa kanila na kaya namin mag-champion kasi kaya nila ilabas yung potential ko, tas masaya lang kami naglalaro.
Aura PH yung pinili namin kasi madalas namin sila nakaka-scream tapos nakikita namin sa players nila yung dedication sa paglalaro tapos naisip namin na what if kami yung players ng team na to, ano bang mababago sa amin, anong mag-i-improve sa amin.
Kahit bata kami, kaya ko makipagsabayan sa mga veterans na player.
Mga tol, tabi-tabi muna dahil dadaan ng kampiyon. Aura PH, Raflasha, KLBJ, Kiluash, Grid, JP, and Renjo Manjin.
Consistent. Every time, every season. Probably nung off-season, nagkakaroon sila ng mga onting jitters. I think it's because of the adjustment as well with the rebrand. Siyempre, new facility, new 'di ba, parang adjustment on nasan tayo ngayon, on the siyempre yung kanila ring pag-form nung bootcamp nila, 'di ba? Pero still one team beat Aura PH with their new captain, Raflasha, right now na kalmado din bilang captain. Shinbu, one thing na nalaman natin from Aura PH, I think nung Sunsparks pa sila dito, is they want to enjoy every moment na nilalaro nila. They want it. And men, ilang beses natin pinag-usapan, ang team ng Aura PH is as one. Probably the most unsung team here. Meron akong na-mention kanina about NXP, di ba? Na ang taas ng chemistry nila. Pero yung Aura, yung kanilang pagiging as one is yung enjoyment. Men, sa sobrang aswan nitong Aura, pati pagbili nila ng sapatos aswan din. Shoutouts sa Jack in the Box ni Alvin Beltran, dyan sila bumibili. Shinare sa akin yan ni paring Chan. Biruin mo pati pag-shopping. Pati pag-shopping. Oo.
Yes, big shoutouts as well to Boss Jerry o Campo din. Diba? At binabati ko rin si Boss Buds. Alam mo tol, wala nang iba. Ito ang ating main event for tonight, you know, a crowd favorite, a dynasty, execration, and a reigning champion, Aura PH. Tol, mapapalaban tayong lahat. Inalis, wala na eh. Alam mo na, pag inalis ko na quote ko, alam mo na mala-impactong shoutcast na yan. Alam mo yun, let's see a better breakdown of this fight. We'll leave the in-depth analysis sa ating resident analyst, that is Wolf.
Thanks so much, casters. You know what? This is gonna be interesting dahil makikita natin yung stat line na baka mapaisip talaga kayo whether or not kaya nga ba ng execration ang Aura. You know what? Historically speaking, execration isa sa mga teams na kayang talunin ng Aura sa isang series more than once. And when they do, they kind of make it... They kind of show us na parang sila pa yung champion at yung Aura pa yung challenger. Parang ganon pag pinapanood mo. Which makes for a very exciting series. Can Execration do it once again against this quote-unquote two-time back-to-back champions Aura PH? We can see a lot of games played between these two teams in the previous seasons. Ang main na masasabi kong alas ng Execration laban sa Aura ay makikita ninyo sa baba. Unique heroes picked, 35 compared to 29. In fact, maraming inintroduce ang Execration when they fought against Aura previously. And this might be their edge once again. Nakita nila maraming beses ang Aura during our off-season, kumbaga. At mapapansin niyo din na dahil maraming performance nga yung Aura, pwedeng nabasa to ng Execration at pwedeng handa sila laban sa Aura. This is a little bit depressing when you look at the star match head-to-head when you are citing for Execration. Hindi ganon kada. 2 championships para sa Aura PH, win rate para pa rin sa Aura PH. But of course, yung support rate, ito naman yung masasabi kong hindi mo tatanggal sa Execration for the longest time. Kahit ano ang ipinapakita ng Execration for the past 5 seasons, nasa kanila ang boto ng masa. At ang tanong, kailan nga ba natin makikita na ang Execration mabibigay na dun sa kanilang mga fans? Ang talagang matagal nang hinihintay, yung mga tipong mga give Billy the trophy. Eventually, kailan na nga ba natin makita yon? The uncrowned kings laban sa mga crowned kings. Player head-to-head, it's gonna be interesting. I like this matchup so much. Chakno versus Raflesia. It's technically almost the same. Siguro mas maangas ang approach ni Chakno pero sila Fresha mas calculated. But you know that when they play those tanks at nakita nyo, you know that you're gonna be entertained. The way they initiate, the way they bully their opponents, that is what you can see from both of these players. Almost the same with their KDA. Average net worth is more than more kaya Raflesia, but we know na hindi naman din talaga yung net worth yung titingnan natin for both of these teams. That for both of these players, I mean. Kasi when the match does happen, alam niyo naman, isang magandang ultimate or initiation lang mula sa sa players na to, it can win it for their own team. One thing that we have to take note as well is our star player head-to-head matchup. I mean, obviously, Zapno is one of the faces of the franchise talaga. Not so impressive when it comes to the overall stats for Zapno. For Raflesia, hindi rin ganun ka-impressive. Like, the KDA is not much. Yung unique heroes use nila, almost the same. Pero bakit ba sila yung nilalagay natin sa star player head-to-head? Kasi yung mga impact base nila, hindi mo masusukat ng stats yan at all. The way Raflesia rallies his team, hindi mo ma-measure ng stats yan. That's also the same for Zapno. Yung kanyang performance when he pops off and lifts up his teammates during a very important match, hindi mo ma-measure yan ng kahit anong stats. And I'm sure that when you're watching a very competitive match, an almost leveled match, di ba? Lagi mong titignan yung mga high-impact plays na yon. How many of those kind of plays will we see? And that's one thing that we have to be excited about as we now head into the series of Aura PH laban sa Execration. Uncrowned versus the crowned. Sino ba ang tunay na hari? Alamin natin yan. Back to you, casters.
Grabe, when we are coming to a main event, dahil main event, no, lumalabas yung galing at lakas ng bawat isa. Kahit kay Wolf Tol, as the prime analyst of MPL. Real talk kasi alam mo yung ina-analyze niya yung game, and it made us realize that there are certain stats na hindi mo talaga masusukat.
Hindi talaga.
You know, na hindi talaga masusukat, but you know is a good indicator of how you rank the players. Tulad ng how you rally your team, your leadership, no? Like Raflesia and Zapnu. Pero, pwede mo sukatin ang FB support rate, ang Facebook support.
And mukhang lamang ang Execration ng 4% on the Facebook support rate.
6 na taon na ako nagkakastol. Ngayon lang ako nakaan sa stats na Facebook support rate.
FB support rate. Of course, syempre marami tayong fans sa Facebook. Guys, syempre live tayo sa Facebook, hindi lang sa Facebook, pati din sa YouTube. And it's given, Shinbu, nag-agree ako sa FB support rate.
Yeah,
Isa sa
bahagi ng team yun eh.
Bahagi ng team. Most popular team ever since season 1. Hindi pa sila Execration. Obs Gaming pa lang sila. One of the teams na nag-introduce sa atin sa Mobile Legends, no? So, men,
you have to remember that teams, more than just being teams, no, na naglalaro, guys, these are figures. You know, they are public figures. They are the people, they are the brands, they are the teams, they are the individuals that we look up to bilang gamers. So talagang normal lang na i-account talaga yung popularity rin for team. But of course, hindi yun yung gauge din kung mananalo ba sila o matatalo sa laro. Into the draft we go.
Let's go. Let's go. The main event for the night. Game number 1. I like the opening ng Execration. Sabi nila, okay, tanggalin natin sila ng vision. Tanggalin natin sila ng konting tempo. Popol and Kupa and export ban. Meanwhile, Aura PH, wow! Uranus and Yuzong, double
side
U.
lanes.
Oo. Yeah, side lanes, the W ban, it is given na Execration is one of the teams na nagpakita nitong Uranus sustain pick in the side lane within MPL. Probably nangyayari sa ibang tournaments pero parang with the plays na ginagawa dito ng Execration on utilizing the Uranus, marami din ang nag-adapt sa kanya. So ayaw ngayon ng aura ng mga sustained heroes for Execration. They know on kung gaano nga ba ka-agresibo itong Exe kapag binigyan mo sila ng mga ganyan. For sure maraming magagamit. For sure maraming makaka-relate sa Yishun Shin first pick and Selena pick. Vision control for Aura PH. Samahan mo pa ng Tams. The 5 minutes Tams is online ngayon para sa Aura PH.
Man, ano yan? Low race lang.
Low race lang.
Kiluwas.
Low race lang. And
there's a
masters it.
or probably pwede rin naman magkaroon ng masya tayo dito. But I just want to account for the ban dito. I love the way how Execration really eyes onto Kiluwas on getting the Cho. I feel like Cho, I want to gamble na yung Cho nagbabalik talaga sa meta ngayon as a very threatening pick pa rin.
Man,
And yes, man.
ang gandang point nun kasi even the X-Borg is a target ban for Kiluwas. And Wolf said on his previous analysis na mas mataas ang hero pool ngayon ng Execration. And I think alam din ng Execration yon, no? Mas marami silang napiling heroes, around 35, meanwhile Aura PH on 29. And it's given na if you know Kiluwas, if you know him very well, no? It is given that he wants the Tams, either the Cho, the Tams, or the X-Board. And ngayon mukhang mas sabi ng Exe, mas tatanggapin namin yung Tams. Mukhang may sagot sila. And it's looking like it's with the Lunox
Side lane. Lunox?
Lunox side lane against the Tams or the Masha. I like it. It can kite the Masha and the Tams. Kaya rin sa sustain ng Tams and the Masha.
Pwede
So wow.
Pwede apela mo lang Kufra.
Championship Kufra, no? Diggy! Ooh.
Wow. I would admit, like, obviously, we didn't expect it because we have no idea how it fits. And this is a pick coming in from the back-to-back champion, Tol. I know, yeah, Atlas. Kay Atlas, di ba?
Yeah. To counter the CC, yes.
But man, choosing Diggy over the Kufra against the Lunox, no?
I think this Diggy pick is risky. Mukhang they want to really dominate lanes. Kasi what you get with the Diggy and the Selena, ang dami mong zone control. And known kasi ang Execration to enter entry points. No?
Yes.
Known ang Execration with the entry points.
Ganda analysis mo.
Ayos ba yun, man? Alam mo naman, sinabi ko nga sa'yo naka-ready
Nangyari sa'yo, Tol. Diba?
Yung isang linggo, tahimik lang ako, pero naka-ready yan. Kaya yun ang pinili ko So babe, going back to it, it seems like Aura PH wants to control the lane. They want to strengthen their lane to give the Yishun Shin the opportunity to dominate the game.
Yes.
Pero this is classic Exe, known for their aggressive and early game damage, movements, everything. So dumepensa ng onte dito ang Aura PH. I don't know, man. Game number 1, kung bibigyan ng prediction, feeling ko mas madali pa rin sa Exe. So game 1 ko Exe. Ikaw ba?
Ako actually I've decided din, buti na lang pinili mo Exe for hindi rin for variety, pero feeling ko ang tinitingnan talaga ng Aura dito, they have superior vision, Tol.
Yes.
And they want to target someone talaga against Execration, and that is Chaknu.
Oo nga.
To stop the aggression. Chaknu wala pang
Grabe.
Wala pang
Hindi pa nagre-ring yung Bell, lumipad agad eh.
Oo, Tol.
Lumapad agad ng isa eh.
Pumitik eh.
Oo, kung boxing to, disqualified na sana si Chaco eh. Pero ML kasi to. Oo.
And that's the problem of the Lunox. They're very cutie getting the first blood against. Ayun nga, very cutie getting first blooded rather. Dito ni Kiluwash.
Medyo init. Nagkaroon ng equal trade dito ha. I like the opportunity of Kiluwash to negate the Lunox kasi hindi pa kaya ng Lunox makipag one-on-one sa umpisa. Pero nakapatay na naman yung aura dito even na namatay si Raplesha. Men, interesting
Grabing
to.
ganap. Grabing ganap.
Ang daming ganap. Kwagong Kwagong matapang.
Raplesha, parang tatlong hawak with Pradina sa Torre. Raplesha, very explosive tol. Naliligaw na si Ito.
Ligaw na si Isiu, pare koy. Explosive. Ay, what? Oh, sinadya niya.
Sadya no? To delay the minion. Boy ulit, si Raplesha. Binati agad ni Etomax dito. Mga kaibigan, round 2. Pero Raplesha.
Isiu. Para kay Raplesha.
Ano pa rin si Raplesha?
Men, as the captain ngayon ng...
Tama si Raplesha.
Ano ko ulit? Fight 3. Isa pa. Okay, patay ulit si Raplesha. Sabog ang tissue!
Grabe!
Men! Only quick! Men, feeling ko ang ginagawa dito ni Raplesha is spotting out heroes from EXE. Isa lang ang hero na may capability niyan. Without the Mountain Shocker, nandyan si Raplesha at trabaho niya maging sacrifice. Ayan o, yung bagong maliit. Ayan o.
Pag eto nanalo, tol, promise, sa ganitong klaseng playstyle, the next level Mobile Legends. Alam mo yun, nakita ko na itong topics na ito yung mamatay para manalo, pero tingnan natin na burak agad dito. Yung tamo si Raplesha akin, bonus kill.
Men, okay, so Raplesha is doing this to give vision to Aura PH kung nasan, tama yung sinabi mo Shinbu tatargetin nila si Chakno. They want to know where Chakno is for them to sustain that. Yun yung nangyari, even though support siya trabaho niyang mamatay. Nagulat yung EXE dito ata
Raplesha is sitting at 0-7 right now. Raplesha is sitting at 0-7 right now. Malata na yung itlog. Ewan ko kung may nakukuha pa bang gold back dito sa kill na to. Oh my God! Aura is winning! Aura is winning by 1 kay Goldleaf! What are we seeing here?
Shinbu, oh my, alam, isa pang interesting note sa Digi Sisiu, sa Born Again Digi, hindi ka makaka-TP kasi counted attack yung ikot-ikot niya na yan.
May na-realize din ako, tol, pag-respawn ng Digi, full mana. Full mana. Full
What
mana.
is this? And Raplesha is with the Retribution. Men, kapag Born Again form ka, pwede kang gumamit ng battle spell.
Yeah.
Shims, this is new.
Oh my God.
What
How champion
is
plays it.
this?
That is a very risky play. He got his level win just by dying. 0 na rin. Raplesha. But the gold lead here is in the hands of Aura.
Binibigyan na ng libreng kill lagi at wala siya pakialam.
Nakakabaliw, tol.
Men, level 4 siya. Oh, what?
And tingnan natin ang result.
Okay.
Real talk. Ihandaan nyo na. Irek. YouTube.
Tube.
Ay, alam nyo na, tol.
Thumbnail, Tube.
Handaan nyo na yung thumbnail nyo, tol. Handaan nyo na yung
Yung
thumbnail nyo.
caption, Tube, ha? Parang
Parang pinig
bisit
eh. Pangwasakan eh. Yung mga news outlets, yung mga gaming outlet news dyan, yung mga tabloid, ready nyo na, tol.
May
Ready
retreat
nyo na.
na.
Oo.
Ano nila yung buff? May retreat niya, tapos nalasin ni KLBJ.
Oh my God.
Men, Raplesha.
Okay, tama na. Grabe. Sorry guys, we were just very, very surprised with the way this is being played right now by Aura PH. But let's give proper play-by-play na dito. Raplesha clearly is utilizing and abusing the Digi passive. And look at the gold here. Look at the gold. That is because of paulit-ulit na namamatay na Digi.
Oo. And men, actually natuto na ata yung EXE. Sabi ng EXE, hayaan nyo na yung Digi kasi iniisipatan ng kaya yan at kailangan natin i-sustain yung lane. This time sabi nila, okay, tama ka na Raplesha, papansinin na namin yung mga kampi mo. And this time, pinansin na nila yung mga kampi nila. Pero ako di pa rin ako makamove on.
Yeah, man. Actually, didikit lang yan. Pwede niyang i-duel dito si Ahi. Pero maybe this ang babay time lang kahit time journey is very willing to do that. It's a mega kill and you know what's happening? Guys, nakatingin na kayo flash pero butas na yung base sa may taas. Inner top lane turret here, destroyed by KLBJ.
This is the first time that we've seen 7 kills ang lamang mo, pero lamang ng 3K yung kalaban. What is happening? Shin, this is the next level. We're prepared for the next thing.
Welcome.
Almost BOD.
Welcome to MPL. Welcome to MPL-PH.
What?
Ganito kami makipag-joke tayo, man, you know? We come up, you know, the league comes up with the most craziest tactics, an only death, Diggy, just to get space. That's how deep the understanding is for a champion caliber team of ML.
I agree, Shinbu. Probably other players nakita na nila to, probably.
Yeah,
diba? Within their community. But for casual players, and for us, this is the first time.
This is my first time. I would admit, you know,
amazing.
Hindi ako magpapanggap. Sorry, ako, kung sa iba, baka luma na yan. I have no idea talaga. Pero ako, first time ko nakita to. Like, this is great. Right now, hindi pa tayo tapos sa reaction natin kay, sa Digi ni Raflisha. But guys, turrets are going down one by one and it's only just one turret remaining against the side of Execration. Yung mga status nyo, tol, i-ready nyo na rin.
Ready nyo na.
Grabe to.
One Digi to rule them all. Sisiu, man. The more deaths you have, mas okay. Kasi pinansin ka. And hindi biro ang life bar ng Digi. Mataas ang life bar to the point na gagamit ka rin ng ultimate. And that's fun.
Alam mo, tol, alam mo anong tawag dyan? Cloud Chase Digi.
Cloud Chase Digi.
Mas maraming pumapansin sa'yo, mas nananalo ka.
Mas
Maraming
nananalo.
palit sa'yo. Oo, tingnan mo, inuutotan na. Inuutotan.
Yo, umuutot yan si Digi.
Umuutot na lang.
Yung skill niyan, literal na ano eh.
Grabe, the Cloud Chase Digi, man.
Man, Execration, I think they've fallen for the trap, Shin.
Oo.
They've fallen for the trap.
Maraming natatrap talaga sa Cloud Chase, tol. Matik yan.
Atik yan. Tignan mo, look at this. It took them ilang hits bago mawala si Raflisha. And Mel, di ba napag-usapan natin kanina na yung Aura, they want to sustain the lane. They want to be so strong in the lane. And they want to have vision sa mga checkpoints.
Yeah,
And
verification is
grabe
very
yung
big.
Oo. Akala ko sa auto-alarm bar lang natin makikayon at saka dun sa abyssal trap. Pero hindi.
Lutong, may binati yung araw coming in from grid. Ito, you did mention, Manjin, na gusto lang ng Aura mag-enjoy.
At nag-i-enjoy.
Grabe ito, nakaka-enjoy to. Na-imagine ko yung mukha ni Raflisha eh. Alam mo, yung troll face ni Raflisha. Yung kapag on-site event tayo, tapos tumitingin siya diretso sa camera. Tol, kung wala lang talagang pandemya ngayon, nai-imagine ko na si Raflisha, minudmud niya na yung mukha niya sa camera.
Nagbibini-bini na siya. Nagbibini-bini na siya. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Noong 2011 na yung mga memes, si Raflisha siya yung troll meme na nakangiti ngayon. Execration.
Look at that, killing. Ni-Edcast na lang dito nila, JP. Sumubok tumalaw, nakuha yung shutdown, nakuha rin naman ang kill para gipagkatcha. Yung ibang mga membro dito na wala ng Aura. Here comes Grid. Gordon Dive. Hindi napatay ngayon si Hate. It's a godlike onto Eto Max. With the base. Look at that. Raflisha under the turret. Raflisha under the turret.
Mega kill!
Okay. Guys, we're sorry dahil amazed na amazed pa rin kami ni Shinbu. I hope na kayo ay amazed din na nanonood.
Yeah.
But man, habang lumiliit ang mapa, lumiliit din yung mission ni Raflisha.
Yes,
No?
yes,
Lumiliit
yes.
din. So,
Yes.
this time, Execration naman tayo. Execration, they have the opportunity to win because ang taas pa din ng teamfight dito.
Ooh, that was beautiful. Yeah, that was very beautiful mula sa Execration dito. Nakuha ka agad yung pick-up edge lumas. BJ, audition ba to? Audition ba to? Hindi ba hapde? BJ, mga kaibigan, nakuha pa rin naman kill. Namakalam doon siya, namakalam si Chuck. Dalawa na naman dito, namakalam na rin sa gitno, binitawan ng mga taga. Membro ng Aura, na nakuha ng Lord. Ay, si Raflisha ba? Mga kaibigan, there is the wipeout na ginawa dito ng champion team Aura PH. 0-19 na 9 Digi.
Championship Cobra! To Championship CCU!
Cloud Chase!
Ikot-ikot pa! Cloud Chase is real!
Cloud Chase is real! Ladies and gentlemen!
Welcome to new MPL! What? I can't believe my eyes!
My glove!
I can't believe this!
Grabe.
Ito na ata yung highest death count na pwede nating i-record. All
Grabe.
throughout MPL Season
Yes.
6.
And kawawa si Wolf kasi pag inano niya yung stats pambaliwan. Ang pangit ng KA. Sino-play siya na. Promise, sa Season 6, ang may pinakapangit na KDA na makikita mo. Ever.
Sasabihin ni Roplesha, KDA are just numbers. It doesn't matter as long as you win the game. You know
Oh
what
my
I
God.
expect execration na mainit. We expect a lot from execration, di ba? Pero this is really something new from Aura PH, and I think na nasurpresa din ng Exe. Nagulantang sila. Nagulantang sila, Kuya Zap.
Grabe to, man. Talk about, alam mo yung 5,000 IQ meta. Dito lang yan sa What is meta? Hindi nyo alam. Kami yun. Dito yan sa Pilipinas. Mga kaibigan.
Kung akala nyo, nakita nyo na lahat. Kahit na lang Aura PH, hindi talaga pwede. Hindi mo Caldes is calling. Give something new. Give me something new. I want ratings. I want the board. I want the trend.
Yeah, sa gitno. Naku, makakasingko-singko pa yata si Raflisha dito. Green is there, keeping on the arrow. Hate, goes in. Ayaw na mag-like and pounce. Masyado mapanganib. No inhibitor turret is remaining on the base here. Ay, may isa pa sa baba para sa side ng execration.
Hindi ko na, I would admit, Shinbo, I would admit that I cannot understand. Hindi ko na maintindihan. Ang naiintindihan ko na lang ay ang 0-20. Ngayon lang tayo nagka-delete.
Pati yung front, nag-enjoy yung front. Ngayon lang yung instant replay. That is the steal of Raflisha for that part. And a super mean game. But this is a championship game versus the crowd favorite. One of the greatest games I have ever seen, I would admit, for MPL. Just when you think you've seen it all. And look at that fall. Na maalam din kaagad siya. Yung lumapit ka dito sa gitno, kita mo naman burado, si Raflisha na naman, kuha pa rin, at kill dyan, ni Masha, goes for Kiliwash into the front line.
Then, hindi lang yung vision yung nabibigay ni Raflisha eh. I just realized na kapag nabigyan mo, men, Shin, kapag nabigyan mo ng streak yung kalaban mo at napatay ng shut down!
That's the game! That's the game! 0-21-14, the worst KDA in MPL gives the victory for a reigning champion.
What? It all makes sense yun. Grabe. The mean game. Championship issue ni Raflisha is real.
Grabe.
I can't believe this.
Grabe. Cloud Chase Dinky, ladies and gentlemen. The more na ikaw, the more kang pinapansin, the more you win.
The more na nakuha mo yung views, more mula. Yes. Ngayon ko lang na-realize, di ba? May streak eh. So, ibig sabihin, Roger getting the streak. Killing Raflisha, okay, yung 7-0,
Yeah.
but kapag dumating yung time na napitas si Roger on the 7-0 streak, ang taas ng gold na makukuha nung nakakill.
Yes, man.
And ang taas na pa. So, guys, again, first time namin to nakita ni Shinbu.
Well, be honest.
We'll be honest.
No.
Yeah.
Wala nang ano. Pero, ayun.
Probably nakita na to ng iba, pero man, it works. If it works, it works.
That is crazy. And,
Ewan ko na.
even if ginawa na to ng iba, alam natin, pentong kumalat talaga and will be experimented on by a lot. These kind of things, I've seen this on other MOBA. Very cheesy, very unique tactics that might be borderline unfair or talagang unfair. I'm not saying unfair pa, hindi pa natin talaga alam. Pero, how in the hell would you have a play, like, think of it, have a play style of just dying and you still win? May nakita na MOBA, isang MOBA game na nangyari yun, but that is an isolated case. Itong parang pwedeng ulitin yung tactics. My God. It might lead into Munton evaluating.
Oo eh.
We might have a champion balancing upcoming.
For sure.
That's when we have
For sure.
super picks ng meta.
Yeah.
Awal din pwede na play siya. It's crazy. Good luck, Wolf, on analyzing this.
Are you game to be great? Now you can with the new Smart Giga Games 99. Get 1 gig data all day, every day for Mobile Legends and more. Game to be great with Smart Giga Games 99.
When uncertainty is our reality, we rise above with the things that matter. Gigify happiness. Gigify love. Gigify friendship. Gigify dreams. Gigify hope. With smart Giga music, video, games, work, and stories, we let our passions run free in the new world we face together. Smart, live Giga.
There's just literally not much time to explain this for sure. And even the time that I have before this post-game analysis will not be enough para explain ko ano yung nangyari din. But honestly, alam mo yun, hula ko nangyari dito. Kung paano nang-distract si Raflesia in-game laban sa kalaban nila, ganun din yung nangyari sa atin, mga viewers. We were distracted of the fact that the side lanes of EXECRATION were so good. The matchups are really good. I mean, sino ba makakatalo sa Thumbs and sa Masha? Maybe each other. But if you're looking at the side lane compositions of both teams, we're gonna see Lunox as well as Ketot Kacha lumalaban sa Thumbs and sa Masha. We saw that in their 1v1 fights, nanalo yung mga heroes ng Aura. So this is the first one that I want to say in this game. Yung bagay na tinanggal ni Raflesia on this performance as the Digi away from EXECRATION that led to the victory of EXECRATION. Walang marvelous sa mismong pag-feed ng kalaban. Hindi nyo po pwedeng gawin basta-basta yan. Now the theory here is, kapag ba binigyan mo ng marami pang kills ang iyong kalaban, tapos pinatay mo yung hero na yun, do you get more gold out of it? If you think of what you get versus what you give, I'd say baka hindi ka worth it. What honestly is the effect of Raflesia feeding constantly against his opponents is time na nakuha nitong ating Nissan Shin. Okay. You know what? I was actually inside the lobby. Nakita ko yung progression ng gold dito ng EXECRATION. Dahil sa retribution na meron dito si Raflesia on this Digi, he is always a threat when it comes to invading the jungle. So which brings me to the first point. Kaya nagkaroon ng malaking gold si Yusun Shin over the Roger ay dahil hindi comfortably makapag-jungle si Hate on this Roger. There's a theory na jungler talaga ang mga hyper carries na they spend most of their time clearing the jungle, and that's true. Raflesia did not let that happen para kay Roger, alright? Dahil meron siyang threat palagi ng ating retribution. You know what? Yung isa pang amazing dito as we are gonna see the highlights, laging 1v1 yung sa gilid, which of course is always favored sa EXECRATION. Dahil yung supports ng EXECRATION, busy mangolekta ng kills. Uy, libreng kill, sisiw lang yan. Kunin natin yan. And EXECRATION, they have spent so much time, coupled it with the fact na nakakapag-steal at nakapag-invade dito si Raflesia. Well, not really steals, but the fact na lagi siya nandun, nanggugulo, nagdi-deal ng damage, at also hindi niya hinahayaang mag-recall out ang members ng EXECRATION. Talagang, I'd say 90% of the time of the trio nung ating hyper carry plus the two supports of EXECRATION spent on killing Raflesia na hindi naman ganun kalaki. You know what? This is interesting. By 8 minutes, by 5 minutes, 500 na gold lang ang lamang ni Hate, the Roger, the hyper carry over this Digi. In fact, by 10 minutes, mas maraming gold na nakuha si Digi over hate. All throughout the game, mas maraming gold din si Diggy, si Raflesia over the supports of Execration. And what is the explanation? Well, nakakuha siya ng ilang creeps, nakapag-knockout siya with Retribution and the mask. Ang pinaka-paborito nating item lahat para sa supports. Fact that this is a 2-mask setup from Aura PH, nagpapalitan kung sino lowest twin Selena as well as this Diggy. Really amps up the gold in ways na hindi natin ma-measure talaga unless we look at every second dun sa gold difference ng ating mga supports. Honestly, this game can easily be victory for Execration if not for the fact na yung supports ng Execration ay hindi busy dun sa may mid lane going for a Felicia. Who would have thought ng MVP ng isang laban ay Tanso na may 0-21 record. But look at the damage dealt, guys. 43,000 in span of what? 11 minutes? 12 minutes or even 10? Fleeting time, all of those annoying factors coming out from the Diggy, always in front of the supports, really hampered the idea of Execration. Imagine, kung normal na laban to and there's a 5v5 team fight, you have Atlas, you have Lunox, Roger, early game for sure, you're gonna have to hand it over sa Execration dahil hindi ganun kalakas yung teamfight AOE sa early game ng Aura. And they can really steamroll from it. But the fact is, hindi talaga nakapag-farm yung hyper carry ng Execration because of the fact that the supports, and even the hyper carry, is always busy dealing with the Diggy. So ano ba ang talagang moral lesson dito? Is it actually about feeding? Maybe there's a mathematical way that we can understand how this goes. Maybe we can study it after this tonight. Pag-aaralan namin kung mathematically speaking ba, mas yayaman kayo as a team if one is feeding. But I guess the main lesson for me is distractions na ginawa ni Raflesia. Raflesia, on this clone sum, he opened the map and those 1v1 matchups in the side lanes that we know will always favor Aura PH. That is Masha, that is Thams. Blink and you're gonna die. Lalong-lalo na hindi naka-vengeance dito si Gat at Katya. Talagang na-abuse yun ng mga side laners ng Aura PH. Man, I hope that at a certain point I made sense. I hope na may naintindihan kayo sa akin. But let's now go to game number 2. Let's move on. Will this be a repeat? Or meron bang bago ang Aura PH? Abangan natin yan. Back to you, casters.
Ganda. So, thank you for the analysis. Super, as in, nabaliw lang ako na nakita ko yung MVP shit. Nakita ko yung MVP screen.
Man, for the first time in forever.
It's
when,
the
0-21
MVP.
I know, sinabi
Only in the Philippines, yo. Only in the Philippines.
Sinabi ni Wolf, let's move on. Pero, hindi pa rin ako makamove on.
MVP, tol. 0-21.
Pa rin ako makamove on.
Yan na, guys. Chub. Naman na. Thumbnail nyo.
Okay.
Write nyo na.
Chub.
Yeah, pero,
Oo.
Let's take a breather.
Okay.
Again, guys, to better explain it, we don't want to spoil the fun. Of course, andito kami Manjibutan to really make the most of the experience that you're seeing here in MPL. Pero that is true. Side lanes are very strong kanina.
Yes.
I mean, parang si Rizal, di ba? Parang si Rizal. Ang ating mga bani ay hindi namatay for nothing.
Yeah.
Di ba? And that's what's up with, Raflesia. That was part of the plan. That was all planned, alam mo yon, and his team was able to properly follow up. In that kind of play style. That was crazy.
Crazy talaga. If again, guys, if you've seen this, it's still amazing. No, kahit sa mo nakita and may nag-agree ako sa iyo na baka nga reviewin na to ng game itself. We're not sure kung gagamitin pa ba to ng Aura, pero mukhang hindi na. Mukhang ito na, sabi ng Excel. Real game na. Ayaw na.
I don't think gagamitin ulit yun ng Aura. Feeling ko nga nilaro ng hindi naman nilaro ng Aura, pero it's in a sense yung, alam mo yung, where else can you put it? Diba? Importante lahat ng mga laban sa MPL. Pero if you're gonna be choosing among all matches of MPL, why not put it on your first game? Diba? Put it on your first game. And, tabanan yung Diggy.
Selena.
Sabi dito ng Team Execration. Sabi ng Team Execration, laruin na natin ang tunay ito. Ayaw na natin.
Laban.
Kaya pala hindi nila rin pinik yung Yishunshin. Ayaw mo, hindi hinayaan nilang Maon, yung Cupra.
All.
Oh. Okay. Yes, nag-agree ako. Let's take a breather. Exe, opening with the Selena. I like it. Sila naman na may vision ngayon. Because I think Exe really wants to play the Exe way. Si Chakno, di ba? Umintra din siya ng umpisa sa buff eh. Lumipad siya agad ng perfect match eh.
That's a characterizing playstyle talaga for Chakno. On every tank.
For any tank, for Exe. But man, hindi ko lang alam kung makamove on kaya yung Exe dun sa game 1. No?
I mean, wala na yung Diggy. Yun yung for sure. Reset na lang. Well, no matter what happens. Kahit ako, di ba sa tol, ano na tayo, Manjin Bu tandem na tayo sa main event, sa game 3. Mainit na eh. Tapos biglang may digging ganun. Di ba?
Ibang klase. Okay. Yeah. Alright, moving on.
Okay.
Execration now has the Abyssal Trap and the Popolitica Traps. So, ang dami nilang control within the map. They have the flinch poise na papasok sa dingding. The answer for Aurora is an opening of 2 side lanes, Egor and Tams. Masha ulit. Wow, okay. Masha ulit. So, hindi pa natin nakikita actually yung main plan dito ng Aura, but it seems like gusto nilang lituhin din yung Execration with the Masha split push. The Yishunshin is banned right now, so ang pinipili na lang nating carries probably is Lancelot, Harit, para kay JP, Kimi. Kasi minsan niraran pa rin nila yung Kimi kahit na medyo nag-low yung win rate. Ngayon, actually Roger ang binan. So, aabangan natin ngayon yung carry ni JP.
Oo nga eh. Kasi parang seminar ang ba yung ginawa ng Execration dito. Tuturuan kita mag-link. I want to gamble. I think my call here for this PNK is side lane. Not gonna be the feeling ko iba yung magiging Chakno hero talaga dito. And now Hilda Rafi siya. Yan na tayo dito. And antayin natin yung pick na Execration kasi right now they were able to successfully starve the hyper carries against Aura PH.
Yeah.
Ubos. YFS, pwedeng Lancelot. Pwede mag-Lancelot yung Aura. Pero tingnan natin. I mean, we haven't seen JP playing it that much, di ba? Alam natin, stick to din si JP on his preferred pick.
Preferred marksman pa din si JP rather than assassins eh, no? Ang main assassin niya is Ling. Well, it shows in the records. Claude is open. I'm not really sure kung ibabalik ba ng Aura PH to kasi na-nerf si Claude and then biglang binuff. Pero hindi pa rin siya kagaya nung dati. But again, it's open for JP to take this. Siya na lang ang hero na hinihintay. Pero ang dami ngayong sustain sa Exe. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now para sa Exe. Ang daming control para sa Ling. At ang dami yung vision, ang dami yung range na pwedeng makuha dito sa Execration, and it's looking bad para sa magiging carry ng Aura. Kailangan nila dito ng yun na nga.
Flexible ng pick ng Execration. Actually, anyone can handle Benny Cutie can still handle the Cho. Pwede rin si Chakra kasi nakikita tayong mga teams na nag-roll niyan bilang tank Cho, no? And pwede rin naman talaga na siguro nga gawing main tank yung dito, yung PNK. So malalaman lang natin yan once we head on to the in-game. But yes, yung reaction doon paring Manjin Hayabusa, yun na lamang din siguro, no? So Aura PH sticking to basics na. Finally, yung nasa meta na talaga.
Inaalam ko yung match-up between Hayabusa and Ling eh. Kapag nag-shadow kill yung Hayabusa sa Ling, lilipad lang yung Ling, easy dodge eh. Dun sa Hayabusa. Plus, with extra units of the Popol and Kupa, ayaw ng Hayabusa na may extra unit. So again, I think it's Aura PH playing this on the side lanes, playing this as the sustain lane. Defend your lane, we win. Defend your lane, we win, and we have the opportunity to steal. But this time, ang daming crowd control sa side ng Execration at ang dami rin nilang damage. If I'm gonna put my vote right now, I would say Execration has the better draft for me. Pero basing on game 1, feeling ko ewan ko ako iniisip ko pa rin eh. And may pakiramdam lang ako na pwedeng yung momentum ng Exe na na-excite sila nung game 1 biglang nag-lie down dahil nung game 1. So, I think Aura PH comfortable sila sa ganitong lineup. Aura PH ako, Kuya Shin. Ikaw ba?
Actually, even me, I would stick with Aura PH here. Feeling ko masyado with this classic PNK and Selena pick, no, just to establish great pressure. Pero you can react on it. It's not something alam mo yun, totally pwede mong hayaan. And ginawa ni KLBJ, kinuha kaagad yung buff, nakasneaky siya. Walang buff si
Walang baksi, pero nakakuha ng first blood si Chakno, ha? Si Chakno ang magiging dito, Kuya Shinbu, magiging support, Popaling Kupa. Meanwhile, Benny Cutie trying his best to negate this Lito Wonder take. Okay?
Grabe, okay, they're dancing around, ha? Goes for green, andun si Chakno. At Lito Wonder, pangalan pinaglalabanan, pero Tol, just want to get back. Yun yung rotation na ni KLBJ, yun na yun. Napakalaking deal breaker na yung kaagad against the Ling.
Kay Ling, oo nga. You want the Ling to have all of the buffs as much as possible under 5 minutes, under the early game. And even though nakakuha yung Exe ng isang kill, lamang ng 300 yung Aura because of that buff. Mukhang manggugulo lang si KLBJ dito. Meron pa rin nangyayaring laban sa mid and mukhang lamang dito yung Aura. Reflesh, ha?
Reflesh, let's see here. There is gonna be the arrival mula sa side dito ng Aura. Kiluwas, mga kaibigan, biglang pumasok na. At binura, siguro naman dito yung aso ni Q pa. Pero I think that's it. Now, 1-for-1 naman tayo. Finally, we have a very stable game na. And still, ayan, Aura here, despite the obvious strength ng opposition ng Execration, were able to really get the rotation.
Yes.
And not really give up too much. Despite din the early damage na meron.
Oo, ang Exe, mataas ng early damage ng Exe, pero I think ang hindi rin natin expect dito is the 2-man arrival na meron ang Aura PH Shinbu. Arrival is back, parang binalik nila bigla to. Kanina yung DG yung hindi natin expect, but this time, ang taas ngayon ng defense potential talaga ng Aura because this mo kanina nag-arrive sa minion, ang isang hero ng Aura PH, they really want to negate the early game push na gustong gawin ng Exe. Yeah. And we all know that this arrival is mastered by this team. This Aura PH, Exe right now without the buff na meron ngayon si Kuya Hate. Mamaya sa part natin siguro makikita yung gusto nilang mangyari na mambugbog. Kasi Shin, look at this. May nakaw na naman.
Yeah. Let us observe. There is gonna be the other steal. Si JP naman nakakuha doon. Fight breaks out. Willing talaga lumaban yung Execration, no? Kahit yung objectives yata medyo wala na. Here comes Kiluwas. Embrace on to Chakno. Really surprised again. Chakno is rolling on a PNK hero here. Sa gitno, dueling up. Lapit dito, flicker out. Doon naman si Eto Max. Quad shadow na nilabas. And JP here just dancing around. Pero yun na yun. 1-0 and the buff is still taken in by Aura.
Ang dami na nakukuha ng Aura dito. Lito Wanderers plus another turtle and another buff. Napakagandang timing. 2 minutes 43. Nakuha nila yung buff ni Ling. Ibig sabihin, pwersado si Hate pumunta sa baba para makakuha ng farm. Hirap siya ngayon umakyat-akyat sa dingding. Dahil syempre, best ang purple buff para sa Ling kasi gusto mong maximum uptime yung white bars mo doon sa bottom side. I think for Execration kailangan nila makapitas in ngayon na. Parang ganito, Shinbu.
Yes, they have good capacity to actually make pitas. They have the Selena kaagad, di ba? And they still get the show for it. Gano'n na lang. I think divide and conquer sa totoo lang. Para sa akin sa Execration. Execration is not characterized for team fights eh. Yeah,
team fight talaga. Let's clutch retry na naman. 2 retries for the side of Execration. Nakuha yon ni KLBJ. It's either KLBJ or JP that part. And again, without any purple buff on the Ling.
Yeah.
Alam mo, mahirap siya mag-juggle eh. And, man,
that's a good recall. That's a good recall mula dun sa ating Gillette instant replay din.
Shin, before the Gillette instant replay, I just want to take note that after na namatay si KLBJ, instant TP si Kuluwa sa top lane. He knows that Exec will push it. Babasagin na sana nila yung top kanina, pero with the arrival play again, negating the damage, wala pang nababasag. It seems like in-expect natin na Exe yung magbibigay ng aggressive moves. Pero Aura PH with the objectives and with the defense, walang nababasag yung Exe. Ang dami nilang vision pero parang sila yung natatalo sa pagnakaw eh.
Ito kasi, ito yung aura talaga. Like, expect them to really execute these team fights. Expect them to do it in a very precise manner. Pero, JP, gets called out. Feeling ko maganda to. VJ will be left for dead on that part. Kasi kapag nawala na yung main damage talaga, pwede ko mabati dito yung execution of the likes of team that will be continuing to do. Nahuli pa yung ninja sa dulo. Tapos yun, there goes Grid. Naka-answer din at namatay yung Grid dito. Wala kay Chaknu. So, yeah, 2 for 1. Execution naman.
By the way, question that is a 2-for-2 pala.
2 for 2. Okay, oo.
I think Etomax was down on that part pero kanina pa hinahanap ni Hate sa wakas. Oo, kanina pa hinahanap ni Hate. Grid, pulado siya dito. Tatama siyang trap.
Yeah.
Okay, makakapay si Etomax. You go.
May mga commitment na mali dito yung yung aura. Real talk, sana manalo yung execution. Para mag-game 3 kasi parang feeling ko parang dinaya tayo dun sa game 1 lahat.
Parang sobrang hype na hype.
Parang hindi counted yung game 1 no?
Pero men, if the game allows it, MPL allows it, di ba? Yun na yun. And again, I like the utilization of the eyeball on lang sa cannon minion. Hindi sa tower, pero sa minion. We've seen the arrival plays na ginagamit pang response, but this time Aura, they just want to negate the push. And
yes.
Si Hate dito, level 7, yung kalaban niya ngayon, level 9. Yeah. Ganun, na-delay si Hate. Kanina pa rin nahanap yung opportunity to pick off. Kasi they want to be aggressive. They want to,
That's very punishing. Ganun lang talaga. Not just on the link, but on compositions where link is included. Ang maganda dito si Sagitnu, no? Naka-blade armor na siya. So, hindi pwede basta-basta din kakalmot dito if you are KLVJ and even if you are Rafflesia Kiluwash.
Oo, medyo mahihirapan sila. Kasi ako nag-agree ako sa Shin na kapag tumating sa 5-on-5 team fight, I think mas better yung lineup ng Execration. Ang dami nilang control, kailangan nila mabigyan ng space. Etong si kaibigang Hate. Meanwhile, eto Max.
Pero wala, single pickups medyo nakakakuha ng lamang yung Execution. Like for Benny, nakakuha siya ng sika. But there is eto Max ka, nadali rin naman ng Aura PH. Medyo lumalayo na tayo ngayon sa 5v5 team fights. So more on talagang, alam mo yun, sakalan ng magkakitaan. Itong dalawang teams natin, whether it's 2v2, whether it's 3v1 or 1v1 even.
Iniisa-isa no? Iniisa-isa ang Aura PH, ang Execration, na napo-force ang Execration mag-response to the point na may naiiwan na rin na lane, and with the arrivals nga na meron ng Aura, pwede sila magtipi-tipi lang. So ngayon, nandun tayo sa third turtle, Shinbu, agresibo pa rin ang Aura, wala pa nagkakabasagan sa mid. Pero look at the gold lead. 2K pa din, in their favor. Men, hindi ko na alam Aura giving us something new. This is just a surprise.
Tayo natin big break up ng laban dito. Kiluwas sa may pinakagitna. Pinipigilan ni Chakno dito. Habang pinapadala niya ang kanyang aso, pero Kiluwas pinaka-counter at Inferno para makasustain. Tumahan naman ang Avatar of God sa may pinakagitna. And that's it sa gitno. So kanya pa lot of damage. Habang tumatrabaho pa rin si Hate. Maybe can respond. Maybe after dyan, na makuha niya yung kanyang purple buff. Pero tapos na rin ang laban. And everyone would walk away with only JP as the casualty.
Yes, JP going down, Execration, eventually, slowly but surely, they want to get the kills and pick-offs. Ngayon pa lang nagkaroon ng endless battle si Hate. Look at the gold right now ng mga side lanes. Kuya Shinbu, 5,700 para kay Kiluwash, Hate 4,500. Mas mayaman pa ngayon si Benny Cutie.
Yeah.
Ganon ka nag-relate.
Benny Cutie was able to get consistent pick-offs solo. Actually, one of my favorite players from Execration is Benny Cutie. He's really stellar. When he made his debut back in season 5 on that show.
Yes, same. Same din ako. Isa sa mga X-factors ng side ng Execration. Actually, the Execration is known to have the chemistry as well kapag grind time na, and mukhang gagawin nga nila dito to. Rafflesia Polado, pero men, parang hindi pinipilit ng Aura yung laban, no? Parang ang nangyayari is Execration is the one coming in and then nagre-react yung Aura to the point na na-outplay nila yung Exe, napipitas nila yung Exe.
That's why the lead might not be that clear. Pero siguro dahil nakabantay talaga yung Execration onto JP kasi fundamentally, si JP pa rin naman talaga yung malaking source ng damage dito na pwedeng ibuga ng, ng Aura.
Yes. And hindi ganun kayaman si JP. If I'm not mistaken, nasa 3K lang yung pera niya kanina. At ayun na nga yung sinasabi mo. X Factor, Benny Cutie. Getting the Way of the Dragon, getting the BOD, and getting the Endless Battle right now. So Exe, ini-stall lang nila yung laban, Shinbu. Magkakadamage din sila later on. Yes.
To mention, Benny Cutie has a very consistent KDA here, ha? 204. You know, so hindi biro yung pwedeng bato ni Benny Cutie dito. I cannot but feel that he can take on anyone in 1v1 pa. And maybe under the third na ginawa, dito sila hate. Don't for Chaknu. Ang inadive ay dalawa mismo mula sa EXECRATION. Ang dali na hinahamig dito mula sa EXECRATION, mga kaibigan. Parang ramdam ang isang alta presyon sa makapal na batok. Habang lumapit dito sa Etomax, he will be destroyed kaagad. And now, there's the member of EXECRATION, Kiluwas, dive for Sagit. No counter at Inferno. Actually, expect na eh. Counter na lang yung linikuran niya with the slaughterous sights and JP ang bubura dun sa nakatakas.
Arrival. Eto, Shinab, kaya ako lost for words. I'm not really sure kung double arrival yon. Kasi, hindi nakikita yung patong ng arrival eh kapag sa iisang unit ginamit. Oo. So may nag-a-arrival kanina sa bottom. Let's look at the Gillette instant replay. Nandito si Ayun. Tumobol arrival nga.
Double arrival. Biglang naging dalawa eh, no?
Si Grid at saka si Kiluwas biglang naging dalawa.
So, ganun yung playstyle ng Aura. Divide and conquer na lang. Hindi talaga parang obvious yung engagement nila. They fully utilize the arrival just to respond on any aggression ng Exec.
Ng Exec. In-expect kasi nila na we all know that Exe, they want gamol plays. They want suntukan plays just like this. And sabi ng Aura, ayaw namin. We have the defense. But again, hindi pa tapos ang laban. Masyadong slow pace ang laban for Exe to handle. No? Parang hindi sila sanay na ganito ka-slow yung nangyayari. But then again, kapag umabot tayo sa scaling in the late game, I am sure enough na ang taas ng damage output ng Exe. Ang nangyayari lang na outwit sila ng Aura eh.
Yeah. It's heavy here. Avatar of Guardian ginamit na dyan. Tapos ang isa pang binagsak. Karamihan na espada mula dito sa lane ni Hate na. Ngayon dito makikita natin si JP. Hinabol ng aso. No, takbo mga kaibigan. Pero wala na siyang maaabutang lupa. Grid here na sumagot at sumagupa. Last Insanity will be used defensively. And that's the fire missiles to be used. Naging gate kagad bigla yung Selena. Habol kay Chaknu. Hindi makakadikit dito. As Kiluwas is also handed on to him. 3-4-2. Beautiful fight coming from these two teams. Sa to lang, Manjin.
I really thought that Execration won that fight na, pero man, I think they overextended kasi they underestimated the capability of Kiluwas. Mataas na rin yung damage ni Kiluwas. Execration, they've been winning fights after fights, pero unti-unti nakabawi yung Aura, and I think kailangan din nilang i-negate yun. Parang ang nangyayari kasi, yung gigil sila makakil eh. No? Sina Kuya Chaknu, parang pwede pa, ganun yung mangyayari to the point na pwede silang ma-outplay. I think, para sa Exe, stall sila, pitas ng isa, and then easy out. Just like this.
Yeah.
Yan, natuto na sila. Wag na mag-overextend, pwede pa natin mabaliktad tong laban na to.
Yes. Yes, actually, ito na yung execution na hindi basta sugod din eh. That's what makes them really good na. Kasi alam mo yun, hindi na sila yung talagang umaasa lang sa action at galaw. And maybe, dahil sabi mo nga, nagre-reform execution on someone na marunong huminga, maybe they will be the one who will take a breather and maybe answer properly against Aura. Bura, si Kiluwas.
There you go, nag-audition at may EP na nga!
Wow! Yun yung combo ni Insection.
Ang Insection eh!
Oo, yun yung Kulang yung combo. Ito yung mga players. Kulang po yung pinipindot. Kung naglalaro to ng mga PC games, nagtatab to. Pero hindi tinitingnan yung scoreboard.
Nakailang TP eh. Nakasampu ata na TP muna bago nag-Way of the Dragon pabalik.
Oo, sana may damage yun eh. Pero,
I like this thrill. Execration now winning this one from a slow-paced game. Aura PH. Naisa-isa sila sa bawat mukhang wala na silang nade-defensahan. Shinbu, Exe.
Game 3, give us Game 3, bro!
Give us Game 3, Execration. Sabi nila, hindi nyo naman kami pwede bastang batain eh. Aura eh. Oo eh.
Quick nyo lang kami. Quick dalisay.
Connect dali sa inyo lang kami.
Nagkalinis sa'yo lang kami kanina ng digi.
Okay. Sabi nyo, kung kwek-kwek kayo, sa amin yung malaking, yung ano, yung
ba?
penoy. Ganito, man, execration 3 crucial pick-offs from the top, mid, and bottom side.
Yes,
And with
yes.
that, nakuha sila ng space and na-realize na nila na wag na tayo manggigil. After the pick-off, stay in lane and then push. Push out. Taas yung control lane.
Benecute is really good on the show here. With the mid-range, you know, he can kick anyone and it will be a very massive pick-up. Someone will suffer big damage kasi lahat melee eh. Diba?
Lahat. Oo.
So,
Ibang klase. Oh my glove. 19 to 13. Sabi dito ng execration, it's time for us to take the Lord. Ayun na nga, isa-isang pumipitas ang exe. Shin, mukhang mangyayari na ang wini-wish natin na game number 3. Aura PH bigla silang nag-collapse after those 3 crucial pick-offs and nawawalan na sila ng damage output.
Yeah, there's a lot of grades for that monster kill already speared by Benecute. At hindi lang damage output na nawawala. Kahit yung mismong membro talaga. 4 na membro na ang binura, double kill pa, nakuha sa paa dito ni Benecute. Hindi pala 4, 5 with the wipe out secured here. And look at Checkmate with the set here for the top lane inhibitor trader will destroy that one along with the bottom lane din na parating na rin. Si Hate. And I think the timers are too long. I think this is the game.
It's too long. It's the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we got what we've wished. We are now moving to the best of 1 for later. Execration taking the victory against Aura PH. Nasarap lang.
Game number 1.
Nasarap lang talaga.
Pag sira ulo ng game number 1.
Nasarap lang talaga.
Nagkaroon na ito yung ina-expect nating i-shout kasi I mean, alam mo yun. Panira ng hype si Raplisha talaga.
Raplisha talaga eh. So much for the hype. Best of 1 naman pala. Pero, yun.
Commendable performance kay Benecute. Like,
Benecute man.
If you're an execration fan, yeah, you like Chapnu, of course you know Zapnu. You know what, Max then, pero you may want to put your hopes on Benecute.
Yes. Man, with the show, discipline. Actually, execration was, they're trying to really play the execration way. Yung gera, after gera, pero they realize na kapag adapt sila na pag lalo tayo naghabol, lalo tayo madadali, and gano'n yung nangyayari to the point na sabi nila, tama na, okay, relax, farm lang, late game, we got this, let's go to game 3. And hindi na nagmamatter game 1, game 2 right now. Dumudugo ang kampiyon at dumudugo na ang Aura PH Hindu.
Yeah. Alright, let's see the insights coming in from our resident analyst, Wolves.
Game to be great? Now you can with the new Smart Giga Games 99. Get 1 gig data all day, every day for Mobile Legends and more. Game to be great with Smart Giga Games 99.
When uncertainty is our reality, keep up with the things that matter. Gigafy happiness. Gigafy love. Gigafy friendship. Gigafy dreams. Gigafy hope. With smart Giga music, video, games, work, and stories, we let our passions run free in the new world we face together. Smart, live Giga.
Buti na lang mabilis mag-move on ang execration. Well, that's what we witnessed in game number 2 of their match versus Aura PH. After a very interesting game number 1, which I'm sure ay nababaliw pa rin kayo. Madami pa rin kayong tanong. Maybe later we will explain that from Aura PH. But in game number 2 specifically, execration did all of the adjustments that they needed. Welcome back to the MPL. My name is Wolf, and I'm here to explain game number 2, breaking it down bit by bit. All right. Honestly, a very good draw from Aura PH. Nagulat nga rin ako. I thought that this will be an automatic win for Aura PH because I know that they play this Thams and this Masha as an invade versus the Ling. So my mind tells me magandang pang-invade ang Aura with the Thams and the Masha. Pero usually ginagawa yon individually, hindi together. Aura PH, they actually control the early stage of the game by invading Aura. You know what? If you were watching closely, the first two rounds of buffs, including orange and purple, apat napunta sa Aura PH because they invaded. And that's the great idea versus the Ling. In fact, they were already winning when it comes to the tempo. Pero ano ba nangyari? Why did Aura PH eventually lose this match? So a couple of factors, obviously. It's not enough for you to just take away the buffs from the Ling if hindi mo siya paninindigan until the end. At the third round of buffs, Hate was already able to get the double buff, the orange and the purple, or at least yung nila kay Hate. Tapos, in that specific moment, doon na sila lumaban against Aura. And you can see some of the problems that you can attribute to Aura PH's lineup. Una, yung teamfight nila hindi ganun kalakas when it comes to comparing it as to the lineup of Execration, I mean. As you can see now, 2 minutes in, yung buffs always invaded by Aura PH. That's good. However, when the fights do happen, nung application na, dun sila medyo nalulugi. In fact, the AOE damage, the stuns from Selena as well, the AOE from stuns from Benny Cutie, tapos pag kinombo mo yung mga stuns na yun, man, 4 control heroes for the Ling, that's the perfect idea if you want to kill the members of Aura PH. And that's 20 paisa ng paisa, paisa ng paisa, tapos tinry ni Reflesh mag-deal ng damage, and that's good. Actually, maganda yung the pick dito overall. But unfortunately, the gimmick of Aura PH of always kalupit yung outplay na ginagawa nila sa Aura PH. In fact, Aura PH is also winning when it comes to outplays. But 30 minutes onwards, nung nagkaroon na ng item sa mga execration, dito na natin nakita yung natural strength nung kanilang teamfight prowess over Aura PH. A lot of heroes from Aura PH are dependent on physical attacks. Gatatkacha rises because of that. A lot of heroes from Aura PH will struggle if picked apart. Kung one by one sila, hindi sila man nasa execration. That's why you have the Selena, that's why you have the Cho, as well as the pushing capabilities of Chaktus, Popol, and Koopa. And then in the end, you have Hate. Talagang tiniis lang niya. Tiis pogi technique, basically. Wala kay Hate. Hindi ganun kaganda yung simula para sa kanya, but eventually, nung oras na niya, nung nakapag-farm na siya, doon na siya lumaban, and the whole team rallied behind it. Complete, moving on, coming out from Execration, Benny Cutie, the Cho, given the hero that will actually win in the side lanes. Kaya nga naman nasabi natin na talagang nag-move on ng Execration dahil yun yung una nilang inayos in this specific game. Their side lanes are actually in a very good contention, I'd say, laban sa Aura PH, unlike nung game number 1. And this time, Hate, alam niya kung kailan siya pwedeng lumaban o kailan hindi. And that really started from the third round of buffs, which is interesting dahil inalam ng Execration kung kailan sila malakas at kung kailan mahina yung Aura PH. As good as the start is for Aura PH, and all the gods of Invade, even from MPL Season 5, and I can make a lot of videos about it. But one thing's for sure, when yung may weakness lahat ng klase ng composition, and it's up to you on how to find that out. In game number 2, Execration was able to completely read the lineup of Aura PH. It wasn't clean. Yung execution nila hindi gano'n kaswabe. But when it mattered the most, you saw how Execration executed Aura PH. Now we are gonna be heading to game 3. Babalik ba ang Aura PH to the usual business nila na they're going to go for invades, but yung teamfight sila, so solidify rin nila. Will we see that happen in game number 3? Or will Execration or have Execration broken and decoded Aura PH? That's what we have to find out. Game 3 of this featured match, mga kaibigan. Back to the
versus Aura, and just when you think it is a hype match between two teams, between a champion team, uncrowned versus uncrowned, may sumulpot na digi sa gitna. But maybe we can get back na talaga doon sa uncrowned versus crowned tactics natin. I would agree on Wolf. There are so many factors that would really allow you to get back into the game. May facing kasi talaga yung game, no? Even if you are able to deny buffs, especially against the Ling.
Yeah.
You have to account for your side lanes pa rin, di ba? Especially if you're winning for the other heroes then within your pool. Within your team.
It's a matter of Execration knowing the science of their lineup. They know na mataas pa din ang scaling nila. Kailangan lang nila tiisin. Yung ginagawang tour ng Krapi. Both agreed as well in the lineup na Execration, they got what they wanted. They got the early game damage. They have more crowd controls and vision. So parang lahat ng aspeto lamang sila eh. Dapat talagang pinilit ng Aura PH yan na labanan in terms of invade. And I just want to
Kung on-site event.
Good eh. Oo eh.
Kung on-site event yun, tapos MPL playoffs yung ginawa. Ewan.
Hanggang
Wasak
ngayon.
Wasak yung venue talaga nun.
Pagod.
Well, MPL is beautiful. MPL-PH is beautiful. That one cannot be denied. Still naman the Digi is carried on by the members ng Execrato. PNK them, despite getting the win on having PNK maybe on Chakno, that opens up the Selena to be available para kay Greed. Yeah, meron din tayo Uranus ba? Pwede kay Aura, pero ang daming binubuksan na Execration dito. We might have a Yuzong Shin open. We have a Yuzong to be opened. Ang dami. Tingnan natin second part. Yuzong. Also, we have YSS, we have Selena, we have Kufra available.
Kufra, Selena, YSS.
Atlas din. Si Atlas.
Favorite net ng Exito. Favorite nila ang Atlas opening. Confident sila dito sa capability ni Chak. Mag-Atlas. Open ang link na for Aura PH. And I think
pero we are done with the meta na first pick priority of Ling eh. Kasi pwede ka rin pwede ka rin kasi mag-Yuzong Shin. My question is how JP actually on the YSS, no?
Yuzong Shin. Pinili niya na. I think mas trip niya pa rin ang Ling. Parang kalamay niya pa rin ang Ling. YSS really has this mechanic na you need to go in, out, and you need a little bit of mobility. You can use that with the Traceless, pero it's okay. Kasi again, JP is known to pull off those kinds of plays. Okay, this time, mataas yung vision control ng Aura PH. Every time na may Mountain Chakra, I really think that the lane counters team strats na aggressive. Kasi malalaman mo, Execration is one of the teams na mahilig magtago sa bushes and mahilig mag-abuse nung, okay, hindi mo kami kita, o psychoing ka namin, mga gano'n, sugurin ka namin. And with the help of the Mountain Shockers, still, mas magiging safe ngayon ang Aura. They went for another X-Borg pick, probably to negate the side lanes. Napag-usapan ni Wolf na this is Execration at their finest in terms of side lanes. And kitang-kita yun. Kailangan mag-step up dito ng Aura PH sa kanilang side game. KLBJ and Kiluwash. I think mas gamay ng Execration ang control ngayon sa side lanes kasi ang Aura parang lagi silang sumusuporta sa kalaban eh. It is given na kapag may team fights, TP doon pag may TP.
Yes.
Doon pag may E3.
Well, medyo specialized yung comp nila nung game number 2 because it's really a rival comp. Ang curious ako ngayon, I feel like hindi pa talaga natin na-witness yung strength ng Atlas. Kasi may pagka wala sa hulog yung game number 1. So, feeling ko, depende sa pick ng Aura PH dito, if they don't account properly their melee heroes, they might be punished there by the Atlas because there's no direct counter for now, so far, against the Atlas.
Yeah. You need someone to push the Atlas away to knock him back. Use a flame shot. And mukhang kinuha yun ng Exe.
Yeah.
Di ba? With the searing torrent na meron
okay.
ngayon, ang Exe, sila ang kaka-counter dito sa gustong pumasok na Aura PH. Mind you, malambot sila. That's why pipili sila ng tangke. Oh,
Man, lakas ng cop ng exec, ah.
this is dangerous. I
Yeah.
like it.
And
Zama, of course,
Aura already revealed their
side
main
lane.
carry.
Oo, yun yung chip.
Actually may isang side lane pa yatang available. Pwede kasing i-support tong Xborg eh.
Oo nga eh. Silina na ni Grid.
Oo.
You need...
Kufra siguro.
This is a Raplesha hero. Kasi KLBJ is going to be the Xborg.
Xborg.
Unless KLBJ will switch. Pwede kasing mag-Raplesha Xborg eh. Oh! Louis Raplesha.
Alright.
Raplesha. Pero
This is,
against... Okay, wait. Let's look at the side lanes. Masha and Balmond sa Exe. Thams, Xborg. Para sa Aura PH. Oh! Yung
Hira na
Xborg
ang lineup ah.
Hirap ah. Parang... ang ganda kasi
I
ng
would
combo
say,
ng Harit tsaka Balmond eh.
yes, not to mention, kung sa harapan, okay yung 4-man stack dito ng Execration. Pero, pwede mo kasing laruin talaga yung comp ng Aura na hiwa-hiwalay eh. Like, YSS would have an impact even if he doesn't join the game. Now, he can easily just cast the Mountain Shocker. Although, may infernal naman siya, he's part of the 1-3-1. He's part of the 3 in the 1-3-1.
But one thing to take note, kapag to counter the Yishun Shin, kailangan mo ng hero na pumapasok, and that is the Harit.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah.
Oo, meron sila.
And
Plus,
this is Execration we're talking about eh.
Oo,
You know, man, I can, if it based on that game too, I think I can vote for Execration.
ako din.
I think I'm voting Execration on this,
Parang ang ganda ng
Game
adjustment nung Harit Balmond para sa
Yeah.
Execration. It seems like Execration, basa nila yung line-up. Parang ini-expect nila yung Tams.
Yeah.
Ini-expect nila yung Xborg
Yeah.
sa Aura PH.
They are a team that was able to get a win despite having Aura na nakakuha ng 4 na buff sa kanila.
Yes.
What if Execration is able to answer yung early buff control lagi na ginagawa ng Aura,
Wait,
di ba?
Yeah.
Di ba? Nakabawi pa sila ng game number 2 eh.
Yeah.
Ay, alam mo yun, they have the mindset for it. Hindi sila nagpaya basta sa Aura. Now, this one, maybe they can do something. Maybe they can do it cleaner and have a better early game. Although, watch out lang for Felicia. Always explosive, always unique, always kakaiba yung approach. And he's holding on to a Luyi. We might be expecting a massive diversion mula dito sa Luyi.
Ang taas na magic damage dito actually ng Aura PH against Execration. Execration has all the capabilities to counterplay with the disarm mechanic on Benny Cutie, with the searing torrent, and with the fatal links. So ngayon, it seems like Execration, they're now negating the orange buff take. Sino makakuha? Si Benny Cutie. Oh, inabangan ko Shinbu.
Yeah, Benny Cutie here, no? Yun lang. At least nabantayan pa rin yung rotation talaga na ginawa niya. But may palit. Raplesha, naging 200 bigla. Eto, Max, to go for the player out. Ang tinamaan ng Abyssal Arrow, ng Abyssal Trap dito ay si Chakno. Sumali na rin kaagad si Kilua sa may mismong bakbakan. Aura here is a team na willing kaagad mag 5-stack no after.
Willing agad. They don't want to
sa 4-1 eh. Ang naiwan lang kaagad si Sagitno doon sa may bandang baba.
Ayaw nila magbigay ng kahit anong opportunity para sa Exe. Ginawa na ni Chakno yung best niya para iligtas si Benny Cutie on that pagharang sa kanyang arrow. Look at this, ang ganda ng abang ni JP and ni Grid dito. JP having the purple buff, Raplesha dying here. Yun, si Etomax pala to. Etomax, beautiful kicker out. Look at Chakno. Karangan natin, pero yun, execute from Kilua Shinbu. There you go.
Pinahawak na lang din ng execute. Alam mo ang logic sa pagkahawak ng execute kung sino lang nag-line eh, no?
Oo nga eh, rekta.
Rekta eh. Kasi may didikit mo talaga yung execute mo eh. Kaya, ayun. Let's see here. Chakno with the position. Pero, ayan, still too early. Accounting for the buff toll, okay naman yung buff distribution. Meron bang na ano?
Parang, actually,
nawalan
lang ng orange buff dito ang Aura PH. Good job para dito kay paring Benny Cutie. But it seems na ang execration, they're forcing it in the top side. They need to be careful. Kailangan kasama nila si Hate ngayon. Kasi
Yeah.
kapag kasama si Hate, kukulangin. Di ba kailang natin ulit nakita yung Masha inspire spell to proc the turbo map.
Baka makonektahan siya ng duality pero I think that's it. Let's see here for the top lane side. Naging gate bigla kagad nawala. Si Eto Max, man, picks after picks are being done by Aura here.
Yes.
Kailangan umingat ng execration.
This time, Aura na yung nagsiset ng tempo. It's really important talaga yung orange buff na still ni Benny kanina. Nabigyan pa ng opportunity dito sila Green maging aggressive. Shutdown. Okay? Shutdown gold. But, look at the system. Aura PH now stealing the mid tower. Man, ang laking bagay na nakuha ni JP dito yung first blood kanina with the purple buff. Kasi counted as assassin marksman ng isang Yishun Shin. And kapag malambot ka, yung Searing Torrent, it doesn't do anything against the Traceless. ng isang Yishun Shin. And the fact na meron silang diversion ultimate flesha, some can just hold. Diba? Matamaan, tapos TP lahat sa likod. Execration, this time they're on defensive mode. Kailangan nilang ma-shoot lahat ng mga big ultimates nila dahil kung hindi, unti-unti silang napipick off again.
Yeah, and also they need to stop doing those kind of tago brush technique kasi may hit yung Aura to check it eh.
Hindi kaya eh.
Saka taas ng game sense ng Aura na hindi na gumagana yung mga tago-tago brush technique na yan sa totoo lang. Kailangan mo mangisa sa rotation. Sa Gitno here, sa Gitno is totally getting punished on his own lane. Even Benny Cutie is struggling for this match. Lumitra sa kanila. Hate here was able to secure the buff. Buti na lang. Harit here goes online. Zaman Force activated para panghabol lamang JP sa may pinakarapan. Si Kiluash will walk away. Pinashoon na lang mula dito sa perfect match ni Chakno.
Ang naramdaman na rin ng execration na dadating si Kiluash doon. Hindi ugod ng pangarap. Good pick up para dito sa execration. We have ourselves a ball game now. Hindi ganun kabagal and it seems like Aura is back. Parang nagising na sila dito sa series natin na to. Men, ang interesting pala nung match-up nung Valmond at saka nung Tams. Kasi usually Valmond gusto niyang i-utilize yung ikot-ikot damage pero kay Luas is just lifesteal technique lang eh. Hindi makapag-push ngayon yung side lanes ng Exe. Even though, yes, Hate, he will go for the kill, but that is the threat. There you go.
Yung pinapagula sa low, yung bato ni Raflesia. And now, kayong pangalan ginawa yung play na yon and Aura is already leading. Paano pa kaya kung yun, nakita nyo, nag-manifest, di ba? Killing spree, ladies and gentlemen. 4-12 din at kailangan ma-burn ni Kel BJ yung kayang last insanity. The push won't be completed here nila Benny Cutie. Or maybe,
yung canon lang yung target. Even though kiliti na lang yung Tori na yan, ang laki pa rin ang tulong niyan.
Mukha pa nga eh.
Buti sana kung na-deny eh. Hindi na-deny.
Oo nga.
Yung pag ganyan, pa-deny mo na yan. Para open eh. So, ang laki pa rin tulong niyan. Even though pwede pa yan makahit ng 2 or 4, it negates execration from going in by a second. By 2 or 3 probably. And I think it's still Aura's ball game under control. JP is at 304. Meanwhile, yung kaban niya si Hate, level 11, 112. Pero execration this time ang may re. So kapag umabot tayo ng late game Shin, kapag umabot tayo sa crucial Lord takes, mas threatening yon mas may threat ang execration. Men, again, Aura, kailangan lang maging careful. May mash, quick push para sa
Oo.
execute.
Ang bilis. Minaliit yung damage na pwedeng ibigay ni Kuluwas. Mayroong execute. At yun, mukhang cute talaga. Sila Benny cute against Etomax against Kiluwash.
Sabi ni Kiluwash, cute ka pala.
Cute ka pala ito, execute.
Tineris oo nga execute. Man, that was 1-on-2. Nagkaroon pa dito ng arrow.
Walang counteran yan, ha? Walang counteran yan. Pwede burahin talaga na hit yan. Now goes for Grid. Walang taya si Grid dito. Pero maulang naman Chakno at lumayo na lamang si Hate. No Zaman Force for that.
No Zaman Force. Pero merong diversion. Diversion TP coming in from Aura PH. Execration holding the line. Benny Cutie now at level 9. Shinbu, what can he do? Naku po. There you go.
Linis din kay JP dito. Ito na yung Bay to the Sick na Ling. Sa totoo lang.
Umalik. Binalik. Biglang nagising.
Bay to the Sick na Ling. Sorry, Bay to the Sick na YSS. Sorry kasi tayo sa Ling ni JP eh. Pero tingnan natin sa gitno dito. Just showing the lanes up top. Etomax na nahuli na naman. Abyssal Trap. Ikaw commit. Kumuha ng tulak kay JP. Bloodwoods. Nasaan na yun? Chakno sa may pinakalikod doon. Perfect match pa gamitin. Fatal Links. Nasaan na rin? Hindi. Na-traceless na lang. Sa gitno na humahabol dito. Pinagpapanak-panak na lang si Zagitno. Masakit, no? Yan.
Masakit, no?
Sakit,
para kay sa gitno. Aura PH. Man, it is now clear kung sino ang may kalamangan. Finally, nakakita tayo ng ganitong game for both of these teams. I'm still having high hopes for Execration to come back from this. Kasi again, ang bilis ng push capability pero with immortalities on Aura PH side, sabi ng Aura, alam nyo guys, binang namin ang ulam eh. Pinapakala nyo naman talaga, sabi ng Aura dito. Eto Max, falling for the Abyssal Trap. Baloy, si Lena is in town. Ang gandang Fatal Link.
Yeah, maganda yung Fatal Links under the turret, pero the damage might be awkward. Kill BJ just with farming missiles as he flicker out. Hate is able to get a kill. At least napigilan lang din yung push on the inhib.
Yeah. Execration doing the best they can to defend this. Pero hindi pa rin natin nakikita yung gusto nilang Zaman Force, Lethal Counter, Fatal Links. Kasi iniisa-isa sila lagi ng Aura. Every time na papasok sila ng kill, laging may TP sa likod eh. Kung walang TP, may pana na sa lubong.
Nadali talaga yung side lane nila.
Na parang
para side lane tumalbog ng exec, yun yung na-punish sa gitno. Hindi naramdaman yung threat ng Balmond din. Alam natin 'di ba, late game may strength pa rin yung Balmond on the execute. Pero yung spin twin niya wala na.
Yeah.
Naku, nakita siya ni JP.
Nakita nga. Naku, sa gitno dito umikot.
Bam. Ay, naku. Oh my God, audition. Pero sunod talagang patuluyan si JP dito. That's good from Hate. 1v3. 1v1. After nakuha ng isa dyan. Pero si Kiluwas, tol. Relax ka lang. No race lang.
Race lang, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Kiluwas.
Alam mo, tol. Alam mo, tol, sa mga hiwa-hiwalay na laban, pwede bumawi dito yung exec eh. Dito sila malakas eh.
Dito sila malakas eh. Comeback pa to. Ay, Lord Walang red 3, 15 seconds.
Kiluwas.
Alam ni Kiluwas. Pag ito talaga nakuha ni Kiluwas.
Pag ito talaga. Chakno!
Alam mo.
Chakno na.
Isri ba para sa Excel? Let's look at the Gillette instant replay. Beautiful Zaman Force combination para kay Hit. Look at the chrono dash pa pala. Para magka-extra proc pa on the shield and he was able to outplay 3 heroes. Hit making the clutch play for his team to probably come back from his deficit. Pulado na ang kanilang mga towers.
Pwede yan, men.
Ito ba ay ang kiliti?
Pwede talaga eh.
Aura, parang pwede.
Pwede talaga eh. Exec Benny Cutie, nangyari sa Pinas. Tower Dagagad yung nangyari. Di nabutas yung unang torre sa baba. Pero, launch attack, Chakno dito. Nag-force ng flicker out against kay Grid.
Exe is using the time of the Lord. Hindi makareact ngayon ang Aura PH kasi nakikita ng Aura na may Lord sa bandang top lane kaya pinipilit nila dito ang bottom side. Kailangan lang wag sila ma-outplay dahil ayun yung Zaman Force ni paring Ace.
Wow, Dive Nation fighting between turrets, hindi under the turret. JP na nakagip, butik pa madali lang makulit. Pero tingnan natin as the peel out is completed by Rafflesia, at least may push na nagawa doon sa may bandang baba. Tol, ano to? Katulad ba to ng game 2?
Parang comeback eh. Nakita mo yung full commit ng Execration. They know na may magdedepensa sa Lord. They know na may magpapakitang isa dyan. Could have been sana na si Rafflesia yun para may TP pero hindi. Oh, what?
Hindi pa rin siya dito, kaso nagjabitos sila. Tsaka mga kaibigan, beautiful fatal links allows for the double kill dito ni Hate. Man,
Tapo is real. Aura PH. Crucial clutch play from
Grabe
Tapo and Hate. Getting 3 heroes. Pangatlong consecutive deaths for Aura PH with a snap. Execration nakabawi kagad. 1k na yung kalamangan ng Execration. The hype is real. Look at the Gillette instant replay. Nag-arrow tinamaan na bait.
lumapit na Jabetus. Oo, tol,
Jabetus.
real talk. Ang ganda sumagot ni Chakno doon, tol. Tiniktok.
Oh,
Dito. Tiniktok yung oray paglapit.
sabi ni Chakno, never
Heart.
stress eh.
My heart went.
Oo, my heart went, oops!
Oo.
Fatal links from Chakno. And with this, like what we've said, Shinbu, kapag na-land yung ultimate combo na gustong gawin ng Execration, dangerous talaga for Aura PH. Wala
Yeah.
silang natural
Yeah.
tank in their
Yeah.
lineup. Fighters to.
Yeah.
Fighters, Tams, and X-Borg. Yes,
Yeah.
siguro ang X-Borg.
Fighting dreamers.
Fighting Dreamers eh.
Fighting dreamers eh.
Mga ninja eh. Oy,
Oy.
mga ninja,
Nako.
papi eh.
Grabe ito. Init ng laban, guys. Pa 15-minute mark na tayo. Actually, pag inano mo yung items yan, sure, nasa 5 to 6 items na yan. Worth, nahunting, gitno. Nagpakunat na lang siya sa gitno dito. Ang daming siya pwedeng iba ganyan. May kunat niya talaga pwedeng gawin yan. Nakapwesto naman si Chakno doon.
Benny
At
Cutie.
initiate ngayon. Nakispatan lang siya ng arrow ni Green.
Hindi nila makita si Benny Cutie. They want to know where Benny Cutie is bago sila lumaban. Alam ng Aura PH na potential bait yon. And this time, nagpakita na si Benny Cutie sa bottom lane. So, Aura now defending this. Nice mountain shocker para kay JP. So, okay, merong unting segundo ang Execration. They know na walang mountain shocker. I think it's time for them to make a move. Kasi this time, lamang na sila. Men.
Tol.
Sobrang deserve nitong dalawang teams yung hype na nakikita natin. Ang
Indeed.
ganda ng laban.
Tapos nakakatuwa kasi, alam mo yun, MPL Season 6, ang dami nag-i-step up. Benny Cutie, Chakno, eto Max, Zapno, no. Hate, tol. Hate. Michael Pacquiao.
Michael Pacquiao is real eh.
Michael Pacquiao is real eh. True talent.
And,
Oy.
tutukan kayo ni Daddy. Ano kayo ni Daddy? Sabi ni Hate.
Hate talaga.
Hate talaga, yes. And now, they're putting on the... Oh, hindi nila makita. What? Ang
The back! Ladies and gentlemen, at nakita mo si Bak! Wasak dito si Bak! And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Hate is gonna be shot down. The massive play coming in from Rafflesia, ang pinakamagulang na player sa ML, sa MPL. Woo, ML! Set up by Rafflesia, death timers are too much. Hindi yun in-expect ng Execration. Awat ang bura. At neto nakuha pa yung Lord against Aura.
Pinag-uusapan natin si Hate. At si Hate yung tinarget. Sabi nila, boom, bala gasolina. Sinupesa nila si Hate.
Nadali na Twitter walk.
Na Twitter mo, cancel YouTube. Ay, naku.
Mabubuhay si Benny Cutie, mabubuhay din si Eto Max, pero kulang na. And that's it, nakagulang pa. Rafflesia na naman set up. And they will push RPH to a 2-1 in this series.
Another surprising move. Captain,
Grabe.
patang mo, ML eh. We are electric eh.
Grabe si Rafflesia. Wala ang lala. Grabe, oh man. What a series. What a
Did
series.
not expect with a snap diversion doon sa bush Hindi mo makikita yun, Jin eh. Hindi mo makikita eh.
Hindi mo talaga, hindi mo in-expect. Hindi nga natin in-expect eh.
Probably naka-sense, nakakuha ng sense hate. Pero enough yung naging damage ng Aura PH to get,
Grabe.
to really get that pick off.
Eh, tol. We haven't seen Raflisha really use it too much. Hindi niya ni-spam yung diversion. Talagang, alam mo yun, nakakapaggulat eh. Kasi, alam mo yun, what's going on in the mind of the player. Tapos biglang, oo nga pala, may diversion pa.
Man, this is the reason why Aura PH are champions. This is the reason. Bro, the Raflisha arrival play, the sneaky play. And this time, the Luigi, you ayoko na. Ayoko na.
Man, and that is commendable from EXECRATION. You know, and you know the best part about our scoring system, actually pag ang mga series guys natatapos ng 2-1-2-1, ang baba lang ng points gap po niyan. So,
for Aura, 1 point for Exe.
so 1 point lang na gap. So, alam mo yun, parang kung pamaton yung Exe, huwag kayong mag-alala. Kung ganito itsura nila, ako I'm an Exe fan. I feel confident right now about Exe. And Aura, alam mo yung mga champions na akala mo nasasanay ka, nakikita mo ang boring na niya, champion yan. Hindi. Yung Aura eh. Nakakapalo.
Talagang ratings eh, no? Guys, kung ikaw yung nanonood ngayon at gusto mong masurpresa, no? I think Aura is one team na kailangan mo talagang panoorin. These guys, their motto is to enjoy every game,
Yes.
and they did. Ladies and gentlemen, isa pong karangalan makapagbigay sa inyo na magandang laban. Ako po ang inyong naging analyst for today. Ako si Manjin.
At syempre, aking partner, ako naman si Shibu naman, para yung naging anchor, at kami ang Manjin Boo Tandem. Let's see the insights coming in mula dito sa ating resident analyst. Walang iba, kundi si Wolf.
Are you game to be great? Now you can with the new Smart Giga Games 99. Get 1 gig data all day, every day for Mobile Legends and more. Game to be great with Smart Giga Games 99.